First, before we talk about what's coming in Genesis DLC, let us watch the footage. After that, we can go back through and talk about the pros and cons of the content to come.
Where you're going, survivor, I cannot follow. Others need me, and your path leads beyond my reach. But I can grant you a fragment of myself, as a guide to find what is most important to your ultimate survival. Is it strength? Is it willpower? Is it empathy? The arrival is soon. The tests will be rigorous. They will be difficult. They will be deadly.
Apparently they're starting now. Maybe not this one first. Hang on. There we go. Oh, how cute! Don't eat that. Really, monster. Sorry.
Guys, for the starter, I'd like to start with the good old Ferox. The Ferox is the cuddly cute little gizmo looking creature that turns into a raging steroid junkie monster if you feed it element. This thing can become your best companion. Looks like you can climb up walls, attack people, have insane strength and rage bonus, and you can ride the back of it kind of like a Megapithecus. I think they're called Megapithecus. I can't remember what they're called. But the pros are strong, cute, compact, cheeky, beautiful, amazing little creatures that looks like they might have a lot of versatility and speed and movement. So that's pretty cool pros for that. But the cons, I feel like the way that it rages is by element. But what happens if an enemy throws element in front of your Ferox while it's on your shoulder and it goes into rage? Will that become theirs, or will it just rage against everybody instead of just them? I wonder if that's a thing. If that's a thing, that could be super interesting, and you got to be super careful. It can be a double-edged sword. And imagine that. Your own creature killing you, kit collecting you, and boom. It wasn't worth it in the end, was it? But guys, this thing is going to be amazing. It's going to change PvP. It's going to help solo PvP, I feel. And it's going to be a lot of fun. So look forward to that. Now, let's move on to the shoulder cannon. The shoulder cannon is going to change PvP once again. It's a tech unlock, and the shots that come from it can be single fire, burst fire, and machine gun fire, but they look like they're actual tech shots, as in like they can be dodged. But I think the single fire one is said to actually be more accurate. So you got to be really, really careful when rolling up on people, and the pros are going to be a really good defense when you're just sitting there talking to your friends and trying to do things that will sense the people around you. And yeah, as you can see, it's got docked, normal fire, rapid fire, sniper, multiple different types of attacks. But the negative side to it is that I won't be able to do living off the loot on these people because it's going to see me and kill me before I can even reach them. So that's my negative to it. It's a cool addition though. I think it might be interesting in PvP, and it'd be funny to see people in 2k tech suits flying with these things as well, with 2k damage frickin' rifles. So I don't know, it might break the game, but it might be awesome as well. But guys, look forward to that. Now, let's move on to another probably not so important item, which is the primitive fishing net. This thing's probably going to ruin fishing rods, and I feel like it's going to be super broken at the start. At the start, I feel like it's going to grab items from fish, when you do fishing, and it's going to give you insane BPs and items. I feel like it's going to be super broken at the start, kind of like the gachas were when they first started. And I'm thinking it's going to be pretty bad at the very, very start of the game. But hey, let's see. There's not really much pros and cons. It's just going to make it a lot easier for you to throw it out. It's more of a PvE thing. But the pros, maybe OP loot. If there's OP loot, that could be pretty interesting at the start. If there is, check it out and utilize it as soon as possible because they will patch it super quick. The negatives, it's more PvE based, not PvP from what I can see so far. So we'll see about that in the near future. And now we have one of my favorite creatures that's getting released in the DLC, the Magmasaur. This thing is going to 100% be broken when it first comes out. It's supposed to be classed as an industrial forge. It can move and dive and move through lava, and you're not going to get hurt or damaged by lava. As you can see, it does like an area effect attack where it just shoots lava bombs out everywhere. So it's going to be really good for defense. It's supposed to do a range attack, kind of like a lava missile kind of thing. So that's going to be really good, but I feel like that's going to also be a negative because I don't know if they worked that through with like the ranger turrets and stuff, and I feel like it's going to be just like the mechs when it first came out. And it's going to possibly break the game. I don't know what the HP and everything base stats are going to be, so it could be really, really broken. But it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun, so let's see how it is. We'll see. We'll take it with a grain of salt. I'm keen to get this. I hope we do get one at the start, but we'll see. And now, one of the most mobility moving things, one of the most cool things to use in an aberration zone now, the Bloodstalker, aka Spider-Man. This thing looks super interesting, and have a look at this. A guy's randomly going along, next minute he's grabbed by one and killed. You can swing through the trees like Spider-Man, like you've always wanted to. You can probably grab people with it. You can move around. I don't know if you can climb walls. It could be a thing as well. If that's a thing as well, that'd be really cool. But I feel like it's going to just increase movement a lot more. I feel like there can be some really cool plays with it. It's creepy looking as well, so, there's that. It's like an exoskeleton that you wear on the back. It's like a symbiote almost. Negatives, it might make you vulnerable to getting shot easy because of the way you move and stuff. The taming, I'm not sure how hard the taming will be. This one here, the cruise missile. This thing here is going to be super interesting for plays on Ark. This thing is going to be so funny trying to get kills with this thing. I think it's going to be super fun. As you can see, you can dodge it because it doesn't move super duper fast. However, I think it would make cool videos. You're zooming in and you're freaking going with your rocket, and then you finally hit someone, you hit him, you get their kits. I reckon that'd be sick. I feel like it's needed because then you can kind of like chase people down. It can be used as scouting as well if it doesn't cost too much. You can shoot it and move it around depending on how far it goes. You can actually look for where people are. It's almost like a scout, but it's like a rocket that can do damage. It's pretty cool. Negatives, it could be bad because you're stuck in one place standing there, so you have to do it from somewhere safe. You also need to make sure, I don't know, it'd probably be able to be shot down as well. I don't know how much damage it would do, so it might be really weak as well. And now for the biome. There's a lunar biome. Low gravity, the sun is dangerous. It actually burns you and hurts you. Very dangerous environment. As you can see, there's actually whale-like creatures. Those creatures there upload your specific dinosaurs that you choose to upload. You transport them along really slowly, and they download and drop them from the location that your whale is and you want them to drop from. So that can change rating insanely. I don't know what people are going to do, like drop like fucking Dupe mechs all over the place like they have been running them in. They're just going to drop Dupe mechs or like gigas on top of bases, so they're like raged on top of bases and stuff. There's some fun plays that can happen, but it can be very, 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 very cancerous at the same time. There's a lot of positives and negatives to it. Positives, transporting a whole lot of dinosaurs on top of one location super quick, like a bunch of soakers or damaged dinosaurs or something, turtles, I don't know, something fun. But the negatives can be it's very slow, it might take a lot of damage, I don't know if you can ride it, the maneuverability could be super bad, it's very easy to spot, but they look amazing at the same time. I reckon it's a pretty cool thing. The environment is going to be very interesting and very hard to live in. It's going to be kind of like the above ground in the aberration location. And now for the mining tool. This thing is going to be a game changer for solo players that can't actually use dinosaurs with friends to go mine stuff. I'm hoping that it reduces weight as well, so you can go mine like a couple thousand metal or something like that without having to worry about the weight. Tech leggings, yeah, you can do that, but they're really limited. This thing would change the freaking game. It's a laser style mining tool, so I'm really keen. I just want to see what happens with this. I can already tell you now that the jump pad is going to be one of my favorite things. Then again, I feel like it's going to be another way to mesh. Even though there is a mesh defense now, I feel like it's going to be a way to like put it against a wall or something and shunt your character into the mesh and have a little bit of fun and jump around the mesh and go mesh everybody, because I feel that that's going to be a thing. There's always one item inside the new DLC that makes it super easy to mesh. So that's going to be a big negative, but it's going to be really fun for plays as well. So place them around your base and shunt yourself around the base and land and kill people and stuff. It'd be funny as. I reckon there could be some really, really good plays with that and some cool ways of like getting up to different parts of your base and that, and just kind of like being without flying dinosaurs and stuff, because from what I see, I don't know if there will be flying dinosaurs. I don't know if it'll be another non-flying type map. And now to talk a little bit more about the whale. The whale is going to be a pretty big game changer in my opinion. The amount of stuff you can pull with this thing, like the amount of dinosaurs you can drop on a location, like imagine aggressive gigas on top of a TP just murdering all the Velenos. Insane. So kind of like when Aberration came out, there was the cliff platform. This is an underwater platform. It looks like you can possibly live inside the side parts, but I'm not 100% sure. I think it may just be the platform to put foundations and such on. This is going to be pretty cool, so I'm guessing that the map is honestly mostly just a water map, and it's going to be super interesting to play. I feel like it's going to be a really big difference in this gameplay in this DLC. And I'm kind of interested because I did do a underwater series with a lot of underwater dinosaurs, and the boss actually looks like it's a massive eel that shoots out eels and stuff that's going to be very, very cancerous. But this platform looks pretty cool. I'm hoping it's super strong so you can't just get your base wiped in like nothing. So the tech alarm and pressure plate is supposed to be hidden within a foundation. I think it's said that if you place it down, it gets hidden underneath an actual foundation or a ceiling or something. So the enemy doesn't see it. But when they walk over it, it allows you to be told when something's there or when someone's coming past a certain area, which is really, really cool. That can allow for some really cool plays and defenses, and as well as like helping know when someone's rocking up on your fob, and that put them in strategic locations. I would have loved to have like little cameras and stuff as well that you could place down and put them around your fob or around your base and that, so that when a pressure plate goes off, it actually activates the camera and you know that someone's around. I reckon that would be pretty cool as well. If they incorporated that, I'd be super happy, because knowing that someone's at your base and seeing where they are can help with your defense or your attack. It could be amazing. And like, yeah, I don't know. This looks super interesting. I'm happy they kind of tested it out, but it looks like it's a tech unlock. So the boss fight's going to be a massive necessity, because a few of the things that you actually get in this DLC are tech unlocks. So you're going to have to get on top of that. And I think it's going to be super difficult. So I'm keen to try it, but yeah, it's going to be interesting, guys. However, let's move on to the part that you guys are waiting for. You want to know what's happening with me and the new DLC, Genesis. And there's going to be a giveaway. Guys, I'm going to try, me and Zilla, or Zilla and I, are going to try duo at the start. We're going to see how we do. If it gets way, way, way too hard, or we just get over it or something, that we'll go into a tribe and stuff like that, maybe. But we really want to try duo and see how difficult it is to have a challenge and just have some fun and just kind of mess around and see what we can do on the new DLC and see if we can actually progress to a decent size. So if you guys are keen for that, make sure you hit the like button. Let me know in the comments. I want to know whether you guys are keen for that, because I haven't done a duo kind of solo looking series yet, and I feel like Zilla is a really good guy to do that with, because he's pretty damn dedicated to the game and he knows his stuff. He also will be recording, so make sure I will try and remember to link his channel in the description. But yeah, it's going to be super cool. Also, guys, now's the time for the giveaway. So what I want you guys to do is I want you to comment that you've gone over to Instagram, and then I also want you to head over to Instagram, go like the picture that I'm going to post, and it's going to be the giveaway picture. I want you to go like that and comment down your interest in winning the Steam key. So it's only Steam. It's only going to be for Steam. So console, I apologize, but I can't do it for console. It wouldn't allow me to get the key for that to do this. But there's going to be a copy of actual Ark, the base game, and a copy of the Genesis Season Pass. So guys, you need to like and comment down here, and you also need to head over to the Instagram, Shane the Shadow, and go like and comment on that particular picture, guys. It's once in a lifetime. If you haven't got the money to get the DLC, this is an opportunity to get it. There's only one copy though of both, and they're going to be given in a bundle together. So guys, get keen. But until Genesis, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I really enjoyed making this video, and I hope you like these informative types of videos that I talk about the things that I like and don't like about the new DLCs. Charlie's in the background making a bunch of noise right now, so I apologize, but he's a very loud bird.